Okay, I'm going to show you guys a pretty easy card trick. It requires a little bit of setup, but in the end it has a really good effect. And yeah, I'm going to get to it. Alright, I'm going to make a prediction. This might be the card I choose, I don't know. Getting a good vibe from this one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one right here. Alright. Now, I don't have a spectator, but if I did, they would tell me when to stop. You know, I'd just be putting cards down like this at a pretty good pace. And whenever the spectator told me to stop, I would stop. So let's say the spectator tells me to stop here. Okay. Now, this is my prediction card. I haven't touched this. I picked a random card at the beginning of the video, made a prediction. Okay. Now, spectator would pick a pile. Let's say the spectator picks this pile. Okay, I'm going to take cards off the top of this pile, and the first card of this one is going to tell me how many. It's an 8. So, I take 8 cards off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now we have 4 piles. I made a prediction at the beginning. It was a random prediction with a random card. It just felt right to me. The prediction card I picked was the 8 of clubs. You picked a pile, or out of 2 piles, 50-50 shot. Actually, a bit more than 50-50. But anyways, it doesn't matter. And the card was an 8. I counted off 8 cards. The 8th card was an 8. The top card of the leftovers was also an 8. It's a pretty good trick. It's not a hard trick to perform. You just gotta keep your focus and not mess up. But the desired effect works perfectly. I've had people hit me because I won't tell them my trick secret. Alright, the setup is simple. You put 1 8 in the 9th spot. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, correction. You're going to have 1 8 on top. It doesn't matter which 8. Then you're going to count down 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then put a card in the 9th spot from the top. You understand? 9th spot from the top. Then you're going to flip the deck over, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're going to put a card in the 8th spot, and a card in the 9th spot from the bottom. So, you have 1 8 on top, 1 8, or an 8 in the 8th and 9th spot on the bottom, and 8, let's see, this is very challenging for me to do, and then 8 in the 9th spot on the top, okay? So basically this is how it's going to go. It's fairly simple. You're going to say, I'm going to make a prediction. You're going to count down 9 cards. You got to pretend like you're thinking, and you know the 9th card is this 8, but don't let them know that you know that. Then you might want to make a little marker like I kind of made it too noticeable, but you kind of leave it a little bit out so you know which card's the 8 and keep going like you're thinking. You know what, I'm going to go back to this card. I'm getting a good vibe from this card, so throw it down. Simple as that. Then put the deck back on top. Now this is the part where people mess up the most. If you mess this part up, the spectator can screw you over. My friends are douchebags, and they decided they'd try to screw me over by saying stop as soon as I started doing stuff, which did screw me over. So as you're putting down cards, you're telling them the direction, saying, okay, I want you to pick a card and say stop whenever you want, and make sure you tell them directions, but make sure you clear the 2 8s. If you don't clear these 8s, the trick will be over and you'll look stupid. Okay? So once you clear the 2 8s, then you can finish the directions, say whatever you want. And so from then on, the trick's really simple. So let's say they say stop right there. Alright. Now you put the 2 pace over. Make sure you know which pile was on top. You understand? because that's the card with the 8 on top. The pile, excuse me. The pile with the 8 on top. Make sure you know which pile is which. This is the kind of Magician's Force right here. It's kind of douchey, but it works. So let's say they pick this pile. You say, I want to count cards off this pile, and the first card is going to tell us how much. You do that. Let's say they pick this pile. You're going to say, I'm going to count cards off the top of this one, and the first one of the pile you picked is going to tell us. You can make up a story, but whatever happens, you count cards off the pile that wasn't the top, and you have to flip over this one. Okay? So, you get to this point where you flip this over. You count down 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th card is the 8. The next card is the 8 you had in the 9th position. Then you have, what you have set up is all the 8s. Okay? Then you can make up your own story. If you're big on performance, you can make it dramatic, crazy, whatever you want to. I don't care what you do. Or some people might make up another trick after that. I don't care what you do. That's a basis of an easy trick. It requires a little setup. It's not that hard. But I find it an extremely fun trick to do. Okay, thank you. And be sure to check out my Jack Robbers video. Jack Robbers is an easy trick. I made that video like a year back. So, anyways, thank you. Comment if you like the trick.